Well, hello again there, boys and girls. Let's go ahead and hop on in. Well, it's mighty dark. It's mighty quiet here at South Boston. For whatever reason, I don't know why it does this, but if you register for a session right as it opens, it generally sticks you in like this random. Oh, I spoke too soon. We have another person here. Usually it'll stick you in a session where it's like it's just you. And I just saw their other pit box pop in here. Um, but yeah, so anyway, you guys will have to let me know once you jump into the stream here. We'll have to get the audio dialed in. OBS ran an update, so we got to get that figured out. But anyway, South Boston, haven't put any laps down here. We're going to be racing in 30 minutes. So let's take a look at the setup that we've got. So if we go in here to my setups, save current setup, no. We're going to go over here. First of all, do we have anything that we've already built for this? Sobo late model, 49 gear. It looks like we did build something a while ago. Pushing through the middle. Gear. Let's go with Missile Mike setup. And these are available on the forums. We'll see what his looks like. Now, again, we don't have people. What's up, Steve? We don't have people in here to really compare times against. But looking at kind of our relative and our split and everything, this seems to be about an average lap. There were people down in the twos. Obviously, I think that there's probably going to be people running faster than that. How fast is this guy running? 14.6. So let's go to the garage, take a look at where this car's at, because again, we've got to familiarize ourselves with it. So again, these setups are available on the forums. 18, 18, 19, 20, stagger. Let's take a look here. One thing with Mike setups is they don't seem to run a lot of camber. We ran max camber at the bull ring, which again is a little bit different, but we ran max camber at the bull ring with decent success. I think we sat on 2 poles, and we won one race. Kind of let one slip through our hands, slip through our fingers anyway. But yeah, so anyway, I just kind of want to get a sense of this. Crossweight at 48.6 means the car is probably going to be a little bit loose. All things considered, I mean, that crossweight's generally indicative of how the car's set. Obviously, you can do things elsewhere to tighten the car up that won't really affect the crossweight per se. But again, overall, we want something that's going to be in that kind of neck of the woods. Yep, we're in the lab here. Yeah. Watchful eye to the idiots, Glenn. I gotcha. All right, so let's see. Let's see what this will do. All right, because ultimately we got to get out on this track, and I gotta fix the zoom on this over here. I gotta zoom in so I can see the chat while you guys are chatting it up. Because at a glance, I can't just look over and like read like 3-point font. The other thing I want to see is where the brake bias is. It's pretty. It's okay. It's 50-50 basically. We got to get familiar with the track again here. So we're not going to be necessarily fast right now. We just have to get familiar with this place. That's not really the right way to do it, but that's fine.
Car stops down low. Go high.
And again, all we're trying to do is just kind of see what this setup wants. Does it want to roll? Do we need to brake late? Do we need to brake early? I'm just trying to figure out what the setup wants and then figure out how to be fast from there, but it's a little bit loose up off the corner, but you kind of have to be here. The track's relatively flat. So anyway, it definitely feels a little bit pushy. Definitely feels like the car just doesn't really want to turn. It doesn't feel like it's pushing the nose or anything like that. It just doesn't feel like it's set up. It's definitely super stable getting into the corner, which is not exactly what I want. So first thing we'll do is let's just try to dial some brake bias out of it. See what that feels like. So we're going to take a pretty big swing at it here. You see, we're giving up a bunch of time in the center, you know. I mean, that's the big thing. Just the car's kind of pushing right there. We just can't get back to the gas. So, anyway. Well, let's take a look and see what kind of times we put down there. Don't like it? Come on, man. Alright, so 6:21. Again, most average times that I saw in the other session were going to be around 4, so we need to get that improved. Let's go back here to the setup and everything. And what I want to do is, it feels relatively good off. It's just the turn in more than anything. So there's a couple things that we can try to do to play with that. Now, I do want to look at the springs. We're running a 350 left front, 375 right front, and then we're running soft rears. I don't know how much I agree with that, but especially at a short track. I mean, because basically the stiffer these springs are, the less mechanical grip you're going to have, you know, in the front. The stiffer the spring, the less grip you've got. So, I mean, if we up a spring back here, it's going to make it loose. If we, you know, increase weight in the front, you know, it should generally tighten it up. But let's just take a note of kind of where we're sitting right now. The other thing, too, is I think this car's probably sitting way up in the air. Let's see where the minimums are. Probably 3 inches, yeah. So 321 is where it was at. Let's try this. Let's try as a wholesale quick change here because we've got time. Let's just do kind of a flip. Let's put 300 pounds in the rear, 325s in the rear, and I want to drop the fronts down to a 325, or no, yeah, to a 325 and a 325, just to see. Well, no, I don't want to do that either because now we're even all the way across. Let me put some more in the back. And again, this is a YOLO adjustment, but we've got it tightened up here. So I bet when we go out here, this thing is going to drive pretty terribly. It feels pretty bouncy already. We didn't fix the ride heights. I forgot to do that. But yeah, it's definitely picking up that front when we come off the corner. What's up, Zach? Come on, let me out. So as we go back in here, let's go back. Ride height's back there. Now it's jacked up in the front. So it's definitely picking up the front pretty hard. So let's do this. As far as the bump stiffness, all right, transient maneuvers, lifting or pressing the throttle, all right. So basically, the rebound is how much it pushes back, or how quick the car will let the shock come out. A bump is going to be how quick it lets it come back. So what I want to do is I want to stiffen up the rear bump, and basically, yeah, more front is tighter under acceleration. So. Let's see what that does. Just kind of playing with the bumps in the back. And again, we might be going backwards on this adjustment. I can never remember, to be honest with you. Move in the right direction. The front's still relatively gripless, and it still doesn't turn like coming up out. And again, we're not making huge runs here because we're making really coarse adjustments. Yeah, the Earnhardt baby, Isla. Is it Isla or Isla? I think it's Isla. See, the thing's still pretty tight on entry. Let's take a look here. first and foremost, the one thing I am going to do is we are going to put a little bit more camber in, just because we know how Jeff's setups typically are. So now we're sitting at minimums there. We're about a tenth of an inch high over here. Just want to pick it up off the track a little bit. But I really want this to come down. All right, let's take a look back at this cross weight, 50.8. Jerry, what's going on? So we're at 50.8 in terms of the cross weight. Lou is going to be saying that that makes no sense. I know it. I don't even have to wait for him to show up to know that. But what else can we do to try and loosen this thing up? Kind of center exit. Big thing is probably going to be the track bar. So let's try this. Let's try jacking this up. And we've got a pretty big rake in this car, a ½ inch. So 5/8 down to 3. Let's just try putting a... Let's try cranking that up to 9. So that's like almost 2 rounds into the right rear to try and play with this thing. So like I said, in it feels pretty decent. It's a little bit slidey, but keep in mind we did a little bit of a camber adjustment there too, which should help a little.
Thank you.
In terms of kind of like dynamic driving and everything, like I said, it's okay. You can see we just cannot get back to that throttle and pin it and really get this thing rolling. So we can do a couple different things here. Because like I said, to me it just doesn't roll more than anything. Especially at a track where you got these kind of big, long corners. I mean, you really have to be able to get through the center there, and we're just not. Part of it, I mean, we might be overdriving. It doesn't feel like we're overdriving it that much. We might be just a little bit, but one other thing I want to fix is that toe. I'll put that to 1/6. But again, with the brake balance, probably about as far down as I want to go. Running that sway bar, yeah. So I don't think they have a sway bar on these things. It's generally going to be that track bar or the pannered bar, however you want to look at it. Let's see what else we can do. One thing that we can do is you could try and drop these left sides just a bit. But now we're going to have to go back through and adjust the ride heights on it. Now our right side is sitting way too high. So our crossweight's coming down with that, which is steps in the right direction. Double OT. Do you want to start a fight? Oh man. Alright, and again, since we got 15 minutes here before we get into the race, we got to really kind of make some big swings here just to see what feels good. That's really all we can do. The other thing we'll do, let's throw a pound in the right rear, because again, we can throw wedge at it and everything, but we want to get this crossweight looking better than that. I do want to get that looking better, man. I'll bet you. .363 is almost too damn high. That's too damn high. All right, let's bring it down to 57. Again, I want to get this corner just a little lower, not that low. Take a look at that. Now we're at 51. We're going the wrong way. All right, So let's go back. I'm gonna leave that 20. I'm gonna leave that 22 there though. I do. Going the wrong way. I'm fine with these being equal in the front. How much more can we get out of this right rear? Just to really put like a crazy can on this thing. 50.1 is where we're at right now. Yeah. I mean, we're just trying to get this crossweight fixed. And we got to do it one of two ways. Working on the right side, the front side, left side, or rear. Generally, you want to make an opposing adjustment, you know, to try and keep the balance right. Again, since we're so far away from being friggin' professionals here, it really doesn't make much of a difference. I mean, I know that Lou would come in here and be like, this is 100% wrong. But that's okay. So let's go and don't forget, we have the other ones that we have from other builds and such. But with the crossweight a little bit better, and with a little bit more air in the right rear, and with some let out of the left side, let's see what this feels like. Lou doesn't like the low air pressures, but we did run it at one point, and he didn't really understand what was going on in terms of how we were running times that we were running. He didn't think it would work, and he definitely wanted to see him after the fact. But, oh yeah, she turns on throttle now, no doubt. Oh, it turns. Remember us talking about this "oh, it turns" thing? Really keeping it down low, I think, longer than we should. Whoa. It is loose. It is loose. All right. So now that we've got it to the point where it's a little bit loose on throttle, let's try one thing here. I want to back off of this a half a round, one in the left rear. Or sorry, go the other way on the left rear. So we're kind of adjusting where that is, and it'll kind of help the feel a little bit different. Again, there's a couple different things that I could try right now. I'm hesitant to play with the front stagger. I feel like that's already a pretty big number. But hell, yeah, it is an awesome drift setup. Those are the best late model setups, trust me. Yeah, we're still sitting at 50.1. It just doesn't feel like the front turns. That's really what it comes down to. So we could do a couple different things with the sway bar and just try and see how that feels. So a stiffer or shorter is going to be, you know, more understeer is going to be tight. So we could lengthen that out. That brings it down just a touch. And we could skinny it up. And that's really going to not make a difference because it's not preloaded. Yeah, like if we detach the sway bar, right, we're still only showing, nothing is preloaded in here. We're only at like 1/16, so I mean it's touching, but it's not like crazy. And again, we're talking about the preload of that sway bar. If it's touching, you know, the subframe there, that's what that is talking about there. If I have my things right, controls preload in the anti-roll bar. Yeah. So you can basically tie up a car enough and put so much bar in it or so much ride height into the jack bolts, into the screws, that it'll actually push the sway bar on the one side down or pull it up. So it's kind of preloaded. Then that's what that left bar end clearance is. But let's try it like this. Just with a little bit more front looseness. It may be something where we just lost grip in the front. And again, the car was already loose and we just made it looser. But we did make a slight rear adjustment. And we're still sucking through the center. Again, it doesn't feel, yeah, it just feels. It's hard to describe what it feels like more than anything. Yeah, it just doesn't feel fast. I'll put it that way. We just cannot. Oh, Lord. So I do want to see Stinson. I want to see kind of where he's running. So he's already long running this whole deal. I don't know. It always feels like, oh, my line's not that different. It always feels like that when you look at somebody else. You're like, doesn't look like they're going that fast. I'll say this: if we listen to his car. What am I doing here? Let's listen. He's definitely rolling through that center a lot more than we are. We would ask the questions. Alright, that was pretty good. We have ways of making a talk. Alright. So we've toyed around with this setup a little bit, and we kind of know what it has. And we can continue working with this, but at 5 minutes basically before we jump in, here's what I want to do. I want to save as... loose push. So let's go to my setups, and now let's go to, let's see what it is, South Boston late model 49 gear. I think that's what it was. Push mid. Let's try this. Look at how little stagger's in this car. Look at the crossweight on this car. I have to know what kind of lap times this thing will do. So this is an old setup. This is from a very long time ago. I had said before that I did build a couple super late model sets a long time ago. Oh my god, this thing is a dog. It does not turn at all. Look at this. Look at that. Wow. I'm not even doing it. No, that was horrible. So anyway, we are way better with the other setup. That was crazy. Oh my god. Alright, so let's go to my setups again. And let's take a look one more time here. Where do we have it? Muscle Mike, South Boston, loose push. So this is where we were. Alright, one other thing that we could do, just to try and help the roll, is we could jump up the staggers. Just kind of mechanical rolling. And that's not going to do anything to the crossweight there. But it will make the car feel a lot looser, so what I would do is probably come back just a little bit on it. And again, if worst comes to worst, if we can't get the front going, we can just cram camber in it like the pros do. The other thing too we have right now is we have a lot of rear brake in this car. Let me put a little bit more. It's loose. I'll say that, it is loose. So we're gonna have to tighten it up further. So we can't really attack the corners like this, but it is pretty quick. Or quicker anyway. We're still not like anything but like dead last on this 3-person speed chart. But let's try this. We'll park it up here at the top. And again, we're only making fine adjustments. We've got 3 minutes before we jump into this heat. So we clocked in at a 5, which is better. Let's go over here. Let's do a couple more things to this. I want to, what do I want to do? I want to come back a little bit on these bump stiffnesses. Drift setup. Deja vu. We're going to come back a little bit on those. Let's go back that. Just to try and tighten it up a little bit. Because, I mean, right now it's kind of loose on throttle more than anything. Like, it kind of gets in the corner and does what it does. But like I said, it still feels loose. But I'd rather have it loose and we can turn it rather than being tight and pushing up into people. You can drive a loose race. Whoa! That was my fault. Try tweaking this brake bias just a little bit. So getting on that apron's not helping. I said, I mean, it helps the car turn and everything, but we're turning just fine. It's just a matter of getting it to stick. That's the big thing. It just doesn't feel like the car's stuck to the track. But again, am I happy with the setup? Of course not. So it just doesn't feel that good. So let me drop, I want to drop that air pressure right there, put one back in the front, just to even those up. And again, I can hear Lou ringing in my head. What are you doing? What are you doing? It looks like we got 16 registered, which is cool. I don't think that we have a setup that's going to be at all competitive. I will be straightforward and honest with you guys. I think this setup is going to be a handful. So we're in 613, which is about the same, and the car felt a lot more stable that time anyway. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop out of here. Let's get into the qualifying session. And see how bad we're getting our ass kicked. More than anything. But, like I said, I never said I was an expert. Never said I was an expert. Man. So if there's 16 cars in here, what do you guys think we're going to do? I mean, what do you think that we're going to finish? This is going to be ones where we got to kind of know the limits of our setup. And if we need to kind of lay back and get the finish that we can get, we may need to do that. But let's take a look results-wise. I don't think anybody's been... Of course we're the one car, naturally, because that's just great. And hopefully the weather is similar to what we had in practice.
We got a slow car up ahead. Slow car down low. Go high.
Dude. Dude. Said the big thing is the car just doesn't feel like it bites, you know, when it's coming up off the corner. It just doesn't feel like it ever gets a really good grip. And part of that is going to be just kind of South Boston. That's just kind of the way it is. Yeah, you're number one. Yeah, right. We're about to be number one. Like I said, I don't think that we're going to be very good here, personally. But who knows? I've been proven wrong before. One thing that we didn't do is check the info of the track here. What's our temperatures at? 84 degrees. So it's a bit greasy. It's a bit greasy. Just so we're not blindsided though. Let's go to the garage. Let's go to the chassis. And let's put full tape on it. Hit apply. Hit done. See what she runs in the Bandit. With full tape. Like I said, it's not going to be that quick. I don't think, anyway.
Slow car down low. We have a car stop down low. Go high.
Again, people just don't give a shit. They drive up right in front of you.
Outside. All clear, all clear.
See what I mean? On full throttle, man, we are just riding. This thing is just in a controlled slide.
Go low.
Oh, God. No way, Tristan. We've been making out with the ball. It's been cool. Again, you can see, time-wise, we are not there at all. So... Alright, let's bring this back to reality here. What can we do? I want to tighten it up just a little bit. And again, that was just a little bit. And again, we can go this way on the track bar, 725. It just feels like there's no rear grip. That's the real thing. It just doesn't feel like we have a lot of grip here. So, I mean, half of me is inclined to just like let all the damn air out of the tires and get us some friggin' grip and drop some of these front springs down to to lower territories. But yeah, again, it's hard to say, you know. That's why we're still learning in this series. That's a really big thing, and you know, you're never gonna get any better if you don't try. And I mean, that's what we're doing right now, and we're gonna take it in the iRating for sure. I mean, we're the one car here, so if we don't finish basically with 16 cars, if we don't finish probably fourth or fifth or better, we're gonna lose iRating, and that's fine. I mean, that's the cost of doing business, but you know, overall, I mean, practice, we ran very mid-pack. It looks like most people, again, the one practice session I saw, and I didn't put any laps down, but they were on the 4s. So it might have been a cooler session than this. But realistically, I think that we're going to put down a high 6 or a 7 here. Let's go to the garage. Chassis. Put this thing on full tape. Put it on full tape for real, though. Hit apply, and be done. All right, everybody. Cross yourselves. I'm gonna leave it where it was. Okay.
All right, man. Here comes your first time lap. One more lap to go.
Oh. Okay, we gave it all it could have. So 5:05 is what we ran. Are you serious? Holy shit. Alright, well, we pulled that out of our ass. Because there is no way we were that fast. I mean, the only thing I did was put a little bit more wheel into it. I mean, you gotta be kidding me if we just took the pole with that.
Checker flag this time, bye.
Good night. This is both a good and a bad thing. The good thing is we're starting up front with a 1 car. That's a statement. It says, come at me, bro. But the other part of it is behind our shiny 1 Valiant, you know, the valiance and the nobility of the 1 plate, we know that this setup sucks. That's the thing. It just doesn't feel good. Yeah, I know. The Wizard of South Boston, Aaron Rodgers. Let's get back in here. Chassis. Well, at least I could put that on the video description that we sat on the pole. Everybody's going to be watching the video up to that point, though, and going to be saying, what the hell? How's he going to sit on the pole? Or somebody knock us off. All right, somebody knocked us off right at the last second. Way to go, Michael. Jerk. Knocked us off right at the last second, too. What the hell? You can see us bouncing on the pavement right there. How bad is it? We're not scraping all the way around. But I mean, that's not light contact. So what I'm going to do before we go any further here, I'm going to put 1/4 inch packer in the right front just to try and raise it up a bit. But let's take a look and see who else is in here with us. Who else we be racing with. Cameron Clifford, Willie Whitaker, Michael Goddard, Mark Johnson 12, Michael Causey, Howard Leonard, Keith Willett, somebody else. Who else is in this one? Keith Willett and Stephen Smith. Who else is going to be in our heat? Us, Jason Benoit, Peter Colberly, and Matthew Ring, Collins, Merloka. Alright. Alright, let's watch and see what this heat has to offer. Goddard takes the inside. He takes the lead. 5 car going to run the unorthodox high line. Now, I know at least at past tire models. Yeah, exactly, PJ. Oh, we got junk. Still can't get it figured out. They're bouncing off the walls. They're doing all kinds of stuff back here. And he towed out. Oh. And I tell you, that 12 car is evil. Still evil. Yep, just entered the pits, man. Jesus. Wow. Maybe I don't feel so bad about our setup. It doesn't look like anybody's under control here, to be fair. 3 car. He's destroyed other cars. He's destroyed the wall. Goddard's up here, just living the dream. Running 14.6s. He's like, yeah, it ain't nothing. Whatever. I don't even care. So the other thing that has me nervous is the fact that we have not put in a run longer than, what, 5 laps? 10 laps? So when we try to go 40 laps, that ought to be interesting. Goddard's moving up here. Alright, so he's lapping at 14.6. Pretty stout. 14.9. 14.9. 15. 15. Alright. Double check here. Alright guys, and be thinking what kind of adjustment we need to make after this. I don't think about it, but 50% tape. It's the only thing we really changed, so God bless us.
Alright, man. Line up on the inside row. Pit road is closed.
But anyway, so Jason Benoit's in here. Peter Commerly. I have so much trouble saying the Jason Miller. Lon Ellenberg. Matthew Ring, 2. And Robert Collins, 2. The sequel. And then Wayne Marcola. But the fact that we're the 1 car doesn't make me feel good. I mean, it could say something, but I mean, we only have like a 3200 iRating. I really shouldn't be the 1 car if we're not splitting. You know, if the field splits into 2 and like there's a bunch of D1 guys, great. I won't be the 1 car. You know, or we might be the 1 car in the second split. But if it doesn't split and we are the 1 car, I have deep concerns over the strength of this field. It looks like it should hook up okay in second gear, which is all I really care about right there.
Get ready. Alright, man. Safe cars. Green, green, green.
I'm telling you right now, we're going to wear the right front off of this car. I can already feel it.
Five laps to go.
Man, that dip getting into 1 and 2 is just brutal.
Two laps to go.
So again, just kind of pushing out through center more than anything. Feels like the car like all of a sudden turns. That's the best way I can describe it. It's just all of a sudden will hook up. But 1 and 2 is definitely tighter than 3 and 4. Ah, well.
Good job, man. You won. See, this is what happens when you have the best crew chief.
Randy Knievel is a little bit full of himself. What's up, Dad? So what I want to go to the garage is we're at 99. Temperature's 185, 79, 178. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's about kind of what I expected. Honestly, I'm not going to make any changes. We're just going to leave it. 4 gallons is not a lot. But I mean, we're not going that far here. Info wise, you know, it's only 40 laps. You know, this is a very small track, so I think that we should be okay.
All right, man.
If
Line
not,
up on the outside
oh
road.
well.
Pit road is closed.
Bring those right pressures down. Turn the whole thing to mush. Yeah, I hear you, Jeff. Jeff, you're gonna turn your head and just look away when we show you the setup. 14.85. I don't think so, Jerry. I mean, he was still running 7s. I mean, he's still running a 10th quicker than us. First and foremost, let's turn off that fuel because we don't need it. But it's showing us at 35.2 laps, so we don't have enough fuel in this car. So we're going to have to pit at some point. Your eyes are bleeding. I know. I know. What if I told you that we sat on the outside pole?
You. Be lucky if we get to the start-finish line.
So yeah, looking at it, we do not have enough fuel in this car. So we're going to have to be very careful. We're going to have to take fuel at some point. So what we'll do is we'll bring this down to 2 gallons.
All right, man.
That
We're
should be
going green
enough
next time by.
to get us there. It would be 6 gallons. I think we're going to be really tight. Either that or if we run enough laps under caution, we might could make it. We're just saying it was an aggressive setup choice.
Get ready. All right, don't pass the one car. The pace car is in. Green, green, green. The road is now open.
Off the wall, there we go. Now it's an Aaron race. Oh, come on. Like I said, the car just feels like it's just searching around the track. That's really what it feels like. It just doesn't feel set in any of its ways. Yeah, I swear to God, they keep moving that wall every lap I go by. So we're starting to lose touch with these guys just a little bit. We're just sliding the rear end. And I know the groove will start to move up a little bit.
Line up single file. Pit road is closed.
I don't remember what we lap around here under caution.
Pit road is now open.
Alright, so we got, what, 4th place on backs coming in. So I want to watch and see if they end up going a lap down.
Car 7.
More than anything.
Dog, let him by
My
on
dog
the
howling?
outside. On the outside.
I guess not. I'm just crazy.
Let the
That's my bad.
car by. He had the position when the yellow flag came out.
Dang, really? I really didn't think 40. Man, I didn't think 4 gallons would be enough around here. It kind of felt like it would be, but then it wasn't.
It's too far.
How many have gone with left out? At 33 seconds around here, you can take tires, so if we get another quick caution, we might do that. Rocky was going for it? Sounds like it. I thought I heard him. See, we're all going to get invitations, right, PJ?
Pit road is closed.
I can hear him, man. I don't know if you guys can hear him or not, but I can hear him just barking. So we have a German Shepherd who patrols our yard like he was some prison guard or something. He's a sentry out there. The boy won't be denied. But looks like we got 11. We've only got 14 in this main here, so
Alright, man. Line up on the outside.
either 2 didn't show or 2 quit. So, as of right now, we got a couple cars that are down and out, hard look. So we can slip them in second gear now, so we just gotta be careful.
Right, don't pass the one car. Alright, man. 8 cars in. Green flag, green flag. The road is now open. Alright, you're back in second. Good job, the next car is cleaner. Alright, man, caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single file. Pit road is closed.
Well, that was short. Oh man, we got problems. We got 2 smokers?
Pit road is now open.
We do got 2 smokers. And the field shrinks once more. Problems. Excuse me, we've got problems.
Dog, let him by on the outside. On the outside.
Seriously, how many cars are left now? 10? Alright, so let's kind of do kind of a, we're not mid-race yet, but while we're under caution, we'll go over it. Alright, I got over 800, man, then what's 480 more? Oh man, that's not that big. So mid-race report, can we beat the 2 on speed? I don't think so. Honestly, I don't. I think that Jason is probably about the same speed that we are. I think that this car is going to start to give up the ghost. Probably around now. Maybe in another 5 to 7 laps.
The road is closed.
But I think it's really going to start to fall off. In terms of front grip, I think that we'll still be able to turn up off the corner provided we can get the front slowed down. We'll have to see how much that makes a difference. But in terms of fuel, yeah, we're going to be good. We only burned 1.8 gallons. Or 1.2 gallons. I can't freaking count. I can't maths. Oh, PJ's just getting married.
Alright, man, we're going green next time by. Alright, man, line up on the outside road now.
So we did cut off Jason just a touch the last time by.
Get ready. Alright, don't pass the one car. The pace car is in. Green flag, green flag. Pit road is now open.
So they spun onto pit road, so that shouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah, one inside. Say hi. Still there? Hold your line.
Oh man, maybe she hunts around the high side up here. She might. Turn's good enough. See if we can get this high side dusted off here. And actually get it figured out how to run it.
All clear, all clear. Inside. Still there? Hold your line. All clear, all clear.
I think that might be it. It is loose up there though, I will say. So we're gonna have to dial some brake out of this thing because it, like I said, it is starting to get pretty loose. And of course we can't put any more front brake in it. Say we already maxed on the front brakeness. Say 5 cars coming. I'm gonna give him the bottom if he wants it, but we're gonna protect the top. Because we're not gonna be able to hold it underneath him if he tries.
Caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single file. Pit road is closed.
Now, as far as that start goes, honestly, you've heard me talk about the car kind of biting and then turning all of a sudden. I think that we kind of came down on the 14 there. I don't think that was his fault. He was definitely below us. I don't think he so much came up the track as we kind of turned down into him. So I think that's mainly on us. And I'm almost tempted to pit. I mean, we only got 8 cars in the lead lap.
Car 3. Got the lucky dog. Let him by on the outside. On the outside. Let up 3. Car by. He had the position when the yellow flag came out.
It does turn pretty good on the high side. The problem is now we're going to be on the bottom. Not exactly where I wanted to be. But with only 10 to go, more than likely we're going to get another caution here. So we'll try to protect the position that we got, you know, third.
10 to go.
At the end there, we're starting to reel in the 14. But I think the 5 pit again. The 4 stayed out. I think a couple of the other guys behind us have taken tires at some point. Yeah, we'll go to the videotape, Steve. He did. I mean, he had position. I mean, there was no way he wasn't going to dive it in. I mean, it's a short track, but we were on the outside. We didn't wreck until we were almost out of the corner. I mean, we didn't wreck till we were about like right here, you know. So it's again, it's nobody's fault. Short track racing. Contact will happen. You know, did the 4 yell at us? No. But did you see in our rear view mirror how everybody stacked up? So one dude turned it down the pit lane, which is why we didn't get an immediate caution right there. But the 5 car was coming.
Alright, man, we're going green next time by. Alright, man, line up on the inside row. Get ready. Alright, man. Pace cars, green flag, green flag. Alright, man, you're back in second. You got one outside. You're clear high, clear high. Alright, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
Jesus, can't keep it going up here. Oh man, I think we're gonna get like a 2-lap
The
shootout.
road is now open.
Maybe. I didn't see it. Gnarly wreck, huh? I love that for whatever reason, iRacing, when you hit the unmute button, it plays you like the last snippet of whatever they were doing. Todd?
Todd?
Todd? Like Mel Kiper? Todd. Alright. I think we'll be getting 2 to go this time? Probably next time. Bye, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, next time, bye. So there's 2 to go. Yeah, it's going to be a green-white checker. So, provided we can make it to the white flag, we won't finish any worse than 7th. But at the same time, I mean, we kind of ran in the top couple all day, night, whatever you want to say. Those black pixels got spun by some gray ones, huh, Davis? Forensic analysis. Absolutely. We do have the high side. We just need to get a start. And you can roll the bottom real quick, like when you're not carrying so much speed. But we're going to have to sail this sucker into 1 and try to hold it on the outside. But we've got to get like restart of our career over here to try and stay with the 2. Yeah, look at all these quitters back here. Robert Collins. It's like, I'm done. You guys suck. You guys are jerks.
Alright, man, we're going green next time. Bye. Alright, man, line up on the outside row now. Alright, man, 2 to go.
Alright. We kind of net coded there for a second.
Alright, don't pass the 1 car. Alright, man. 8 cars in. Green flag, green flag. The road is now open. Just got the white flag. That means 1 more lap to go.
Gonna try.
There's the checker.
Oh shit. God damn it.
There you go, man. Alright, man.
Yeah, that's not what I was trying to do there. I'm sorry, man. I had a huge run coming down. I didn't think you were going to be that slow coming up out. That sucks. I'm really, really sorry about that. Wow. Well, we dumped his shit, and I feel terrible. I do feel really, really bad about that. Well, we'll leave it right there. Wow. Michael, again, that I feel bad, man. You were literally class of the field the whole night there.
It's all good, man. Safety rating is hard to come by with these freaking races like this, and that 4X sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I hear you, man. And again, I'm really, really sorry. I just, I don't feel good about that one.
It shouldn't even count after the flag. I think they need to change that, because you got guys sometimes mad, not this case. Some guys mad just run over me and stuff, and then they give you like 8X right after the flag.
It has happened to us a bunch.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It's all good, man.
At least we
Don't feel
didn't
bad.
punt
Congrats
him out of
on
the
a good
win.
run. But,
We did.
good luck to you guys. I'm going to get out of here.
Oh, well, that's a nasty win. I hate that. Just because I feel like we could have got him. Like, that's the thing that sucks. I feel like we could have had him. Alright, let's see what happens here. So we catch the white flag right here. Alright, so we didn't kick him out of the win. We just gave him an unnecessary 4X. Alright, I don't feel nearly as bad. Now I understand why everybody's fucking confused. That would explain the giant run that we got. Wow. Can I just say something? I am a jackass. Like, let's just see what we did here. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Alright, so that was weird. It felt like we were getting the white flag there. Maybe it's just because the checker doesn't come out until the corner there? Because it's further down the straightaway? Wow, I'm an idiot. But anyway, because basically we took... Yeah, you guys had green-white checker in there? No, he is P1. That's what I'm saying. Like, I thought that was coming to the white. I thought that when we came around, and I'll have to go back and look at the replay footage, and maybe one of you guys can. But I thought that, like, I mean, he held it off right there. I thought that we had one to go right here. Yeah, I don't get it. What was I thinking? Wow, I'm an idiot. Well, that is really stupid that we just gave him a 4X there for no reason. We gave ourselves one as well. But I mean, honestly, it might not be. It's basically, it's after all the lead lap cars have come across the start-finish line. At that point, it's over. And we're not there yet, so I'll have to see, and I'll pull up the results just to double check and see if we ended up giving him the 4X. Yeah, white came out. It was a green-white checker. That was lap 40. Yeah. Yeah, so here we are in cooldown lap, and whoop! I'm thinking that we still got one to go. Yeah, Aaron's an idiot. That's really what it comes to. Yeah, AKA Mark Martin. Only the opposite? Kind of? We got one more lap to go. And it's just funny in all those races where like Mark Martin did that and everything. So many people stayed on the track an extra lap just to be like, is it really done though? But anyway. So that was kind of lame on our part, but let me pull up the results and see just exactly if that last 4X counted or not. And we'll be able to tell. It did not count. So I'll show you that. Now, like I had said, and this is a fun fact, and it'll save you a little bit of headache, you know, later on down the line. But I'll show you guys what I can see over here. And we'll go to the desktop so you can see my view. But anyway, super late model, single split. We led. Did we leave any laps? Lead any laps? Laps led, 0 laps. Well, we kind of hung out in the top there for a while. But 4, he had a major. He was up with this, so something must have happened to him. But anyway, so we gained 35 in iRating. Whatever, we'll take it. Minus 0.15 in safety rating. And look right here, just the 4 incident points. So if you take incident points after the last lead lap car has crossed the finish line, they don't add into your total. They show on the screen like you saw, but they don't add into your total.
These little 40 lappers, they almost need to do away with the cautions, especially everybody gets bunched up and just run each other over the whole night.
Yeah, and I'm a total idiot. I ran over the 2. I thought we were coming to the white there. So I had no idea what the hell was even going on, but I mean it's true to life. they have a shit ton of cautions in these things, and they breed other cautions.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think it's the first time I've been DQ'd in maybe 2 or 3 years.
Ah,
Pretty crazy. My back bumper was some worn out.
oh my god. Yeah, I hear you, Jason. I had one that literally I had no X's up front. I took 18X from the rear. Or 20X rather. Give me the setup so I can
Yeah,
beat
that's
you with
pretty
it.
crazy.
Don't beat us with that. Reverse Mark Martin. Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's go back and let's take a look at some of the action that we had to actually get us to this point. Now, there was a big wreck back here. What the hell are these guys even doing back here? We got people down on the apron before anything has even happened. Okay. Wow, the 6 just booted the 4. Ooh! Ooh! Blammo! That took out a bunch of guys. Wow. Correct. So we didn't end up taking a 4X on that. And again, I keep messing this up here. Full screen. There we go. It makes the camera all jittery when I do it that way because it's prioritizing another program. But yeah, so it showed a 4X on the screen, and it showed us a total of 8X. But if you look at the incident, what? Somebody mad? Wow, what a jackass. I mean, was that even the 5's fault? I really wasn't even paying that close attention. Yeah, I mean, it was the 5's fault, but I mean, at the same time, holding 3 wide here. I mean, look how wide this track is. It's only 4 cars wide, period. Yeah, we definitely had some people get out. But again, just to finish what I was saying, so the 8X, it only counts as a 4X if you look at the actual results screen instead of what's in the simulator, like right here. It shows 8. On the results screen, like I showed, it only shows 4. So after the last lap, after the last lead lap car crosses the finish line, incident points are basically concluded. Which is why I've like thrown the car, like, you can do donuts, you can drive around backwards at that point, and yeah, no big deal. Yeah, he didn't lose all that much. But again, it should have been him losing nothing. So I understand his frustration, especially because it's after the race. If it was me, you know, I would be pissed too. But yeah, I mean, it looks like we had a bunch of people just junk out. We had 2 guys, Jason and the 5, both DQ'd. That's crazy. It really is. But take a look at the final results. Michael takes the win. I'm glad for him. I didn't mean to ruin anybody's day. But we were able to roll, figure out the high side, continue to stay up front there without taking tires or anything. So, and we held off Willie Whitaker. You know, but overall, I think Jason was probably relatively quick. He just DQ'd. The 5 had fresh tires. He was pretty quick. And then Cameron was an idiot and tried to wreck somebody. That's just great. Oh yeah, we got to check that one. Sorry, forgot about that. That's how short our memory is at a short track, or try to keep it that way anyway. Really? Sorry. Yeah, let's check these tires real quick. So 97, 97, 98. It's not that, it's just, and the tire temperatures are totally reset now because we didn't check them fast enough. These actually change dynamic. So let's go back to that restart and just see what happens here. And you'll see him, it looks like Willie gets up off the bottom just a little bit. And you can see we're floating around that first white mark, and now we're inside of that first white mark. So, like I said, I think most of this is us coming down the track rather than him coming up. He comes up a little, but you can see the car hook right there. And it's like our car caught a bite and was able to start turning down. And he started slipping up the track at the same exact time. he didn't drive through us, you know, and ultimately we were able to save it, and we kept it in position. Now, unfortunately for the 10 car, he was not so lucky. Can't say fortunate 6 times in a row. But anyway, I think that'll pretty much do it. You know, for being the 1 car, kind of held serve. To be honest, I cannot believe that setup worked this way. It wouldn't work with better split, I'll tell you that for sure. But in kind of the junky split that we were in, it did the job. Say that. But again, 16 pounds on the left. If you dare run this thing, 16 pounds on the left, 1820, 1875, 2250. Crossweight sitting right at 50. We adjusted the toe to be that. Kind of skinnied up the sway bar, lengthened it out just a bit to try and loosen the front end up a little bit. I'll say this, for all the problems that we had on the low side, this car felt like it was pretty darn hooked up on the top side. When we started to get those laps in, and we started figuring out this top side here, when was that? I think it was right here. We started kind of getting this thing figured out. Because we fought off the challenge from the 4 car. So this is lap 27. So we're in kind of flats, and then 23 we ran a 9. And then after that we really just didn't have much green flag racing. But another flat, 15-2. But again, I mean, 2 caution laps on either side of it. In there at the end. Tried our best to save some tires, and it looks like it paid off a little bit. Our last lap we ran was a 14.8. So like I said, we had a shot. If we could have gotten a little bit better restart and been able to kind of be on his nerves a bit getting into turn 1, I think it would have been closer. But overall we were right there. So again, kind of embarrassing that we didn't even know what freaking lap it was. Wish that they had, I know we have chattiness turned down on spotter, but I wish that they would say, you know, come to the checker, not like, you know, when you come back around in the checker, it's like, that's the checker. It's like, no, I don't need that then. Need it later. Or need it before that. But anyway, that'll do it for us here. I appreciate you guys being on the stream. Always fun to have you. Say Davis, Steve, PJ. Say who else was in here. I don't think Chris made it. I know he's usually one of the other common threads. Who else was in here? Brandon showed up for a little bit. I saw that. Brandon wants me to send him a setup. Whatever. And let's see, Jerry was in here too. Forgot about that. Glenn. Yes. Yeah, we have been booted that many times, but I think that was pretty much it. Viper was in here too. So, and of course, oh, Chris was in here for a second. Yeah, he was. Jeff was in here too. I forgot about that. So again, it's kind of tough when these streams get a little bit longer. But thank you guys one last time. And until the next time, take care.